Blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, thus is your brother Dan Moses, or say, your Sarkodia of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with the continuation of our exposés, Testimony, New World Disorder, which continuation being exposé part 287 is being recorded on the 24th of November 2023, Friday, for the Lord's Day, Saturday, the 25th of November 2023. Humanity and the nations of the world. So, expose 287. Before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahale, Shagitam, welcome. Engan Johnny, Benvindo, you are welcome. Kuso, Diwo, Tusanyo Senyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mengalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o Sanu de Zua, Enquan de Hena, Metash, Duburo, Pezaluvat, Bine Ivinit, Barigalus, Peter Eche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome. Estan Hozut, Walang Aduman, bienvenido, namaste, swagitam, kush, amadid, baruk, haba, marhaba, Huangyong haminida, Huangying, nyejeko, anyemime, nyejeko, we zolo, novio, mia, wezo, akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. Testimony, New World Disorder, as we know, is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Yet, for almost 2 decades now, for the past 17 years, in their worship of this extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent, Daniel Jezebel Babylon Caesar, they have dealt with humanity by willful lies, deception, and delusion, and they have rendered the whole of the human race totally helpless. But blessed ones, we want to reiterate, emphasize over and over again that what is happening to your nation, my nation, and the nations of the world, which is being kept from you, the actual thing that is being done to the human race, for which reason the world is in this current state, is that these global wicked forces who have hijacked America and Ghana and have made these two nations their prototype states for advancing, experimenting their global evil which they intend to unleash on the human race. These global forces are using America and Ghana for their evil agenda of the pursuit of the mark of the beast, 666 agenda. It is what they are pursuing, which they are keeping it from the human race. And they have taunted our minds with COVID-19, medical terrorism, or vaccination, global lockdown, and Russia-Ukraine shouts, and now we see them capitalizing on Israel-Hamas to divert our attention from what is being done to the human race. But we need to understand that whether you are Muslim, Christian, or Judaist, the entire human race, we are at stake. We are talking about the matter of the soul. We are all at stake. So this is not a matter. We are not in a time where disunity, apathy, fighting each other, tearing down the nations of the world to get us destabilized and not be able to think and open our eyes and our heart to see what is being done to us. We are in a times that we need to be our brothers. Keeper, Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. So you are in a moment where you need to make a decision as to whether you will let, irrespective of all the evils and the wickedness that we are seeing on the nations of the world, global helplessness, you would let these soul takers, the pursuers of the mark of the beast, the enemies of humanity and the enemies of God, seek to take over your soul. That after all your suffering, your struggles upon the earth, they will lead you to damnation in hellfire, or you will yield your soul over to the owner of life, the maker of your life. That after life here on earth, eternity shall be yours in the kingdom of heaven. Christ Jesus is my Lord, and I gladly want to commend him to you to be your Lord and personal Savior, and you will never regret on the last day for having yielded your soul over to him. Akufo to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder, Humanity and the Nations of the World. This is Expose Part 287. 286, 288 is going to be what to do. But we would want to recap, think backwards in by going to Expose Part 282, 283, 284, 285, and 286. We have received those exposés on October the 14th, 2023. And ever since, we have said that we want the evils of the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo and the new terrorists that they have raised in Adankope, Dawenya. We want the haters of Jews that they have raised in Adankope, Dawenya, their evils to be on their face, just like that. So we are taking a break. Humanity and that is from Expose Part 288, 282, 283, 284, and 285. You would see how much these cowardly secret killers, the new terrorists of Dawenya that has been raised by the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, the United Nations, traitors within the United Nations, they have resourced them with intelligence, technology, and money, network. Since 2018, and in Adankope, they have become so ruthless that they now have the power to kill any Ghanaian that they choose to kill, burn you alive, and the government of Ghana is keeping it a secret with stakes within the United Nations, Joe Biden and his administration. And we have seen how the Expose Part 282, 283, 284, 285, 286, how these ruthless terrorists, the new terrorists, the government of Nana Addo for the haters of Jews, orchestrated to seek to get me assassinated in the middle of the street because I have taken a step to go to the High Court of Ghana, Accra High Court, to go push for justice regarding the terrorism, the death threat, and the assault against me. We have seen I've been to the Supreme Court as well, and the government of Akufo Addo was feeling so uncomfortable, so they orchestrated to seek to get me assassinated. Meanwhile, from the expose we have been receiving, we know that they have orchestrated using the haters of Jews that they must put the face of Israel upon the terrorism that they are perpetrating, hate crime that they are perpetrating in Adankope, and they are killing and burning of the innocents. But God help me, their assassination in the middle of the street against me in the middle of the street, the plot backfired. So from October the 14th up to this November the 25th, which we are receiving this expose, November 25th, 2020, this 1 month window, Ghana, this is what the institution which humanity knows to be the institution that must represent the nations of the world, the humanity, the United Nations. This is what the government of Nana Addo, tribalist government, government of traitors, government of haters. What you are going to hear about is what they have decided to do. Between October 14th and this November the 25th, 1 month period. Since their plot to get me assassinated had been exposed, and they were feeling so uncomfortable that I'm pushing my way through the Supreme Court, through the UN High Commission for Human Rights, SHRAJ, Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, to seek to get legal representation and to get my case go to court. Since they have seen that I'm pushing through the Supreme Court, the High Court, they have hijacked the justice system. So in the feeling so uncomfortable, seeking every means to silence and to suppress me, they have put media blackout on the assassination plot that they are executing. They are seeking and to execute against me. They have put media blackout on their evil 17 years of killing of Ghanaians in worship of this extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent, Daniel Caesar, U.S. undercover agent. So they devised another strategy, which strategy was to get bribed members of my family in Ghana, my family members who have been bribed by the United Nations, by the Biden administration, and by the Akufo Addo government. Family members bribed to cover up the killing of their own family members. They bought their mind to aid them to target my brother, my only brother, my only biological brother of the same mother and father. Target him and seek to get him eliminated from life. Ghana, this is my brother of the same father and mother, my only brother, same father and mother, whom the undercover agent bought his mind, together with bribed family members of mine, to aid her on the 6th of April 2011, when His Excellency John Evans Pichathames was the president. They disregarded his mandate to plot and to get me lynched, and they got me kidnapped. This brother of mine, whom the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent bought his mind with members of my family, eventually they orchestrated and started killing the same family members that they bribed with money, mansions and cars. They started killing them one after the other. Now the United Nations, in feeling so uncomfortable about my exposés here in Ghana, the Biden administration, the Nana Addo Akufo-Addo's government, feeling so uncomfortable, getting exposed in their willful intent to get me assassinated, to get me killed, they have to target my brother Samuel Sarkodie, whom they have in the past also bought his mind with money, mansion and car, 33-seater German DAF bus, to aid them to get me lynched and to get me kidnapped. Now they couldn't manipulate him to get me killed. So the United Nations have orchestrated, just like they are orchestrated to kill my uncle Nana Edubofo Jan through medical terrorism in the year 2019, 27th of September 2019. And then in 5 weeks after, they orchestrated to get my uncle Nana Daniel Epokwe J also killed through medical terrorism. 5 weeks, they killed them because after buying their minds with money, mansions and cars, bribery, they realized that they could not get them to further aid them in getting me assassinated, killed. So the only thing they could do is go after their lives and kill them one after the other in worship of this extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent for the money that they have made. So let's watch this document. This is a legal document which has the United Nations. It is addressed to the United Nations. It is dated November the 7th, 2023. The title of the report or the document says, "His blood be required at your hands. His blood be required at your hands." On the 7th of November, when I have had enough of the evils of the United Nations, traitors within the United Nations, the evils of the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, the evils of the government of Joe Biden, I had to write to them regarding their willful intent to get my brother Samuel Sarkodie killed. I had to tell them that should my brother Samuel Sarkodie lose his life, may God and humanity require his blood out of their hands. That was the 7th of November 2023. Copy of the legal document went to the CC section. A copy went to the Office of the Prosecutor, ICC, The Hague, International Criminal Court. A copy went to the Office of the Chairperson of the African Union. A copy went to the US Department of Justice. A copy went to the IGP of Ghana. A copy also went to the government of Ghana, the Akufo Addo's government, through the Ghana Police Service and through the Ghana Embassy, Washington DC. And a copy also went to my families, some of whose members they have bribed to aid them to get me killed. On the 21st of November, it had become obvious to me that the United Nations, the government of Nana Addo Akufo, and traitors hiding in America, they are certainly going to get my brother Samuel Sarkodie eliminated from life, using the minds of some of my family members whom they have bribed to aid them to cover up the killing of their own family members in Ghana. So this is what I did strategically. On the 21st of November, just this week, 2023, I walked to the Parliament of Ghana and sat at the Parliament of Ghana in the debate, the ongoing debate. I just wanted Ghana to know, the Parliament of Ghana to know, that I have made every effort. To the Supreme Court, I am being hindered. To the High Court, I am being hindered. To the UN, to the SHRAJ, to the legal aid, to the media of Ghana, in regarding the willful intent to get me assassinated and the 17 years of cowardly secret terrorism against Ghana. I went to sit quietly in the Parliament of Ghana during their debates under the visible surveillance cameras, which visible surveillance cameras the media who were present all had access to, and therefore they all knew that I was there. Then came the 22nd of November 2023. This is what I did. I didn't go to the Parliament again because it was so certain that my brother was going to be murdered. I sent another report to the United Nations, copied to the Office of the Prosecutor, ICC, The Hague, the Office of the Chairperson of the African Union, the US Department of Justice, the Akufo Addo government, through the Ghana Police Service this time, the Embassy of Ghana, Washington DC, IGP Dampare, and to my bribed families in Ghana. Let's hear the title of the legal document. This time, that it is dated the 22nd of November 2023, Wednesday. It is titled Relations with United Nations Severed. Relations with the United Nations severed. It means that I am telling the United Nations I terminate every relations between them and between them and myself. I end it. Why? Because of their willful intent. 17 years of hate crimes against me, against my nation, Ghana. And the willful intent of seeking to get my brother Samuel Sarkodie killed, to silence me. So I presented this document terminating every relations between me and the United States. We have been very good buddies. There have been times that I have done proposals for the United Nations. The United Nations has not been my enemies, although they have continued to 17 years aid terrorism against me and the killing of my people of Ghana. When I severed their relationship, I terminated the relationship. The next day, the Akufo Addo government, the United Nations, and the new terrorists, they have networked with the bride family members of mine to come tell me that my brother Samuel Sarkodie is no more. He's out of life. Ghana, they have killed my people, politicians, diplomats, religious leaders, celebrities, journalists. 17 years in worship of this extremely dangerous US undercover agent. They sought to get me assassinated, and I voiced out to humanity within the matter of 1 month period. United Nations, through the pot minds of my family members, bribed family members, they were using them to manipulate me, to get me to go to Kumasi. Why? Because the same United Nations, the Biden administration, and the Akufo Addo government was able to set my family in Kumasi up to get me poisoned. In 2021, and now they have gotten my brother Samuel Sarkodie killed cowardly in secrecy. They have brought the minds of the bride family members of mine to aid the United Nations, to aid the Biden administration, to aid the terror government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, the politicized national security, the Ghana Police Service, Dampare and the top ranking, the Dowenya police station, to make up a lie on their behalf to cover up the killing of my brother Samuel Sarkodie. But the good news is Yahweh is an all-knowing God, and is a just God, and shall require the blood of the innocent at the hands of the wicked. God bless you, and God bless my homeland Ghana. Let's go to expose part 288, what to do. It is well with the precious soul of my precious brother Samuel Sarkodie, killed cowardly in secrecy.